introduction, yours.
Okay, hi, my name is Akanksha and I'm having total 1.5 years of experience as a software test engineer. So here comes to my roles and responsibility. So we are understanding the requirement when requirement came, and then based on the understanding we are writing the scenarios, and we are converting scenarios into test cases, and then we are executing the test cases. And if we are finding some bugs, then we are raising the bug, and we are also having some interaction with the client. That's all about me and my roles and responsibility.
Okay, we will start the interview.
Okay.
What is your software testing?
So software testing is nothing but we are testing the software to prevent the bug. So if we are releasing the software, there should not be a bug. So that is the reason we are doing the software testing.
Okay, and what type
In
of
order to
software testing?
here, if come to the then black box testing, white box testing is there, and in under the black box testing, some end-to-end testing, then integration testing, then functional testing. These all comes under the black box testing. And here also the way of doing the software testing is the different. One is manual testing and one is the automation testing. So here I am performing as a manual tester.
Okay. Uh, okay, the next question will be what is the different level of software testing?
Then different level of the software testing is like first we are doing the smoke testing, and then if in under the smoke testing, if application is working fine, then we are moving as a functional testing. So there actually we are performing each and every requirement whatever we have received. So and then we are doing the functional testing. Then after functional testing, and then we are moving to the regression testing. And then after regression testing, we are moving in the UAT testing. So what I have knowledge, so I think my understanding is this of the software testing, label of the software testing.
Okay, okay. What is the difference between quality control and quality assurance?
Okay, QC and QA. Okay, then QC is known as a static testing also and verification also. And then QC is also known as a dynamic testing and then validation. And QC is nothing. Here we are checking the product is right. And under QC, so under QA, we are checking is the right product. And then QC is a process oriented, and QA is a uh, sorry, I think I'm forgetting. Okay, under QC coming as a planning, and then inspecting, walkthrough, auditing. These all comes under the QC, and under the QA, actual plan come, that is the execution. And compared to QA and QC, then QA is a more cost, and QC is the less cost.
What is test case?
Test is nothing. Whatever test is test case is a uh, detail requirement, detail view. Test case is a detail document of the test scenario, where we are writing each and everything in the detail, like the steps and what are the things we require to test that test case, like precondition, the test data. So these all comes under the test cases, and it is a detailed view of the test scenario.
Okay, and what is manual testing? Can you tell me briefly what is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, manual testing is to test the software manually. So here we are performing each and everything manually. Like if I want to check a login page, then I have to open the browser, and I have to open my software, provide the link manually, and then I have to enter manually username and manually password. then we are clicking on the login button. So these all I am doing as a manually only. Here we are not using any tools and all. So if a person is testing an application by login itself, then that comes under manual testing.
Okay, what is different between verification and validation?
Okay, then under the verification, as I told you that verification is nothing as also known as a static testing, and then validation is known as a dynamic testing. And here in the verification, we are verifying the requirement and all, and here we are and under the validation, we are executing the test cases, and in the verification, we are doing the verification to uh, prevent the defect, and here in the validation we are actually finding the defect.
Okay, what is white box testing?
Testing is a testing each and every line of the code is known as a white box testing, and basically this testing is performed by the developer, and this is also known as a unit testing.
Okay,
So there, after developing after developing the product, they are writing some codes as a part of unit testing, and they are executing those cases through the unit testing. So basically, they are mentioning some scenario, high level scenario, and they are performing. So that is known as a unit testing.
what is different between smoke and sentry testing?
Okay, so under the smoke testing, if I'll talk about the difference, then whenever we are receiving the build, or then first time we have to perform as a smoke testing, so check that application is a working fine. And smoke testing is a positive testing. And when comes to the sanity testing, so in the sanity testing, we are doing the detail testing, means each and every scenario we are checking under the sanity. And here under the sanity we are performing both scenario, positive and negative. But under the smoke testing we are only performing positive testing. Like whenever we are opening the application is working fine. If we are opening the login page is opening. So that kind of scenario we are checking under the smoke. And we are here in sanity testing, we are actually entering the username, password, and login. So home page should come. So here under sanity we are doing this one.
Okay, what is integration testing?
Integration is checking workflow of the between the two modules, is known as integration testing. So if I'll give an example, the same way, we are opening the browser and then entering the URL and clicking on the search button. So opening the browser is a one module, and searching the your URL is the different one. So after searching, that home page, login page should come. So here we are checking that after entering the URL, and then username, entering the username and password. And suppose we are creating one account. So creating account, after creating the account, the data should uh, flow one module. The data should be saved somewhere. So we are checking, okay, whatever transaction we have done here, that is saving in some modules. So checking the data flow between two modules, that is known as a integration testing.
Okay, what is data flow testing?
Data flow is also known as a integration testing, as I told you. So here also we are doing the same things. We are checking the data flow, that between, if two module is dependent one and two, then the data flow should work properly.
Okay, and what is purpose of end-to-end testing?
So here we are why we are doing the end-to-end testing. Here we are make suring that from module one to till the module end, data and work and whatever requirement came, that is working fine. That end module is working fine. So we are checking the whole modules here. So that is, so here we are just checking that everything is working fine, means each and every module is working fine. And under the end-to-end testing, we are checking each and every module. not separate one model.
Okay, and what is a blocker?
A blocker means you are not able to proceed with your testing. If some bug comes, we are like, if I'll take the same example, login page. Okay, you are just login, you are entering your username, password, and then clicking on the, then you are going on the blank page. So the home page is not coming. So here you are blocked. So that is known as a block. Means you are not able to proceed with your testing.
Okay,
Okay.
what is regression testing?
So regression testing we are doing to make sure whatever changes, yeah, whatever new changes is done, yeah, whatever bug fixes is done in the this is sprint, and that should not affect to the old functionality. Whatever new functionality we have developed in the product, that should not affect to the older functionality. So we are make suring through the regression testing. So here we are just testing the old test cases and old modules, so that after implementing the new models, that old model should not affect, there should not be any bug. That is
Okay,
known as a regression.
what is functional testing and what is the different type of functional testing?
Functional testing. Functional testing is testing the functionality of the software. That is known as a functional testing. Means actual requirement we are testing here. And there are two types of testing, functional testing. One is a negative and one is a positive testing. So under the negative, we are checking the software against the requirement, and under the positive, we are checking the actual requirement under the positive testing.
Okay, have you heard about STLC?
Yes, yes, T or yes, D.
SDLC.
Yes, yes, I heard about.
Okay, tell me about this.
SDLC is stand for Software Test Life Cycle.
Okay,
Okay, so, so you ask me STLC, right?
yeah.
Okay, that is stand for software test life cycle. So here the process is like a requirement gathering, and then after requirement gathering, then walkthrough is coming. After walkthrough, then we are writing the scenario. Then after writing the scenario, then brainstorm meeting is conducting to if we have missed something in our test scenario, then all the team members will get the idea, will get you that scenario. Okay, you can cover this scenario, that scenario, and then after brainstorm meeting, we are converting those scenario into test cases, and then at last we are performing, they're executing the test cases. So that is a software test life cycle. And under, if some bug while testing, if some bug is came, then developer will fix, and again we have to retest that bug and related to the test case. So this cycle will continue till the product till this is sprint.
Okay. What is performance and monkey testing?
Okay, so under the performance testing, we are checking the performance of the software, like by applying the load. By if by applying the load, we are checking the actual performance, and we are make suring that after applying the load, that product should not break, or software should not break. That is known as a performance testing, and we are having different type of performance testing, like load testing, stress testing, etc. And then monkey testing is known as a ad hoc testing, where we are not following actual requirement, just we are simply whatever scenario we are coming in our mind, mostly we are negative scenario we are doing here. So to testing the negative scenario, that if some end user is doing this kind of testing, this kind of using the software like that, so that should not break our application, to make sure that we are doing the monkey testing.
Okay, and what is alpha testing? Do you know?
Yeah, alpha testing is a comes under the UAT testing, that is user acceptance testing, and uh, not sure actually, not able to recall.
What is beta testing?
Uh, beta testing is also comes under UAT testing, I guess, and that is also done by the customer or customer or the software test engineer. And
It is done
before
by the customer on their own location. Okay, we'll move to next question. What is system testing?
system testing is known as an end-to-end testing only. And here just we are navigating one model to another model, and we are make suring the data flow and module is working fine. That is known as a end system testing.
What is the disadvantage of manual testing?
Okay, it comes here and the disadvantage. So repeating every each and every steps every time, then time will get uh, time taking time taking is a more, and then humans will get bored while doing the same steps every time. So these all the comes under like disadvantage.
What is the different methodology of agile development model?
Mm,
What are the process
diff-
we are following in agile development?
okay, so here the same way we are following SDLC only, software development life cycle. So here first requirement gathering, then feasibility study, then design, then coding, then testing, then installation and implementation, then maintenance. The same path we are following here also.
Okay, and what are the advantage of manual testing?
Advantage is like whenever software is developed, so here we are doing actually doing the manual testing, and we are checking, okay, each and everything is working fine. If we will go with the direct with the automation, so automation will not like get to know, okay, your build is stable or not. So every time it will be failed. So here first time we will get to know, okay, if APK if build is not stable, if having some more bugs, so that we can check, and directly we can't go with the automation whenever some build will released. So to make sure to avoid the such type of bugs, first we are doing the manual testing to make sure that our build is stable.
Okay, and if we are finding any bug, so what is the process to uh, assign bug to the developer?
Okay, so first, whenever we are finding a bug, so first things what we are following, we are just checking with other team members that they have raised or not this bug. Okay, if they have not raised, so we are raising that bug in Jira with the each and every steps by providing the each and every details, steps, user details, each and everything which APK we have used, like each and everything we are giving the details there, and then actual result, expected result, and then fixed version, and then sprint value also we are providing, and then we are providing the attachments also, so they will get to know, okay, this is the actual bug, whatever video or some image we are capturing, that also we are providing there, and then we are assigning the bug. So when first time we are assigning the bug, that time status will be new, then developer will check, okay, if that bug is valid, then he will move into the review, then he will analyze and check after doing the review and all, then he will again assign back to the test engineer with the status as a fixed. Then as a test engineer we are checking that that bug is actually fixed or not, Then if it is actually fixed, then we are making a status as a closed. If it is not fixed, then we are reopening the bug.
Okay, what is exploratory testing?
Exploratory testing is when initially we are joining the company, so that time some we are not getting the all the documents, yeah, all the requirements, which is already developed some modules. So if some module is already developed, for that module we are not getting proper documents. By comparing the our application and in the market, the similar kind of application is there. So we are just comparing the both way and then testing the application is known as exploratory testing. Means we are exploring the application,
Okay,
and if we are having some doubts, and then we are like if we are having some doubts, if we are feeling like okay this is a bug, or this this model how it will like work, so we are connecting with our seniors. Okay, so they will explain like that. So that is means you are exploring the application or doing the testing.
okay, what is a V model?
V model.
Yeah, okay, I'll leave this
Uh,
one. Okay, I will tell you. So this is the model that testing actually implemented in the organization. Firstly, so many persons will be test, and at the end of the day, there will be 1 or 2% will test.
okay.
Different type of software development phases.
Okay, okay,
Okay, what is
okay.
maintenance testing?
Maintenance testing. Uh, some we are giving some like time period. Okay, within this time period, if some bugs will came, so that will we will fix, and that will be fixed and by the developer and then tested by the test engineer. After like implementing and after installation, some time period is there. Like within 3 months, if user will face some bug, user will find some bug, so that will come as a ops issue. Here in our company it is like that, that will come as a ops issue, that means production issue, and then production operation team will fix that bug, and then operation test engineer will test that bug.
Okay, what is difference between error and failure?
Error and failure. Okay, failure is if your software is having many bugs, and many bugs, or then that will leads your software is a failure. And then failure is word is used by the customer or end user, and error is used by the test engineer while testing the application. If we are finding some error, so that is known as a bug.
What is test coverage?
Test coverage is like to cover each and every requirement, and each and every requirement you are covering under your test cases, that is known as test coverage. When positive, negative, everything should as a test engineer you have to cover each and everything. Like what if one requirement is there, so what are the positive scenario for that requirement, what is the negative scenario for that requirement.
Okay, uh, so you are working with Jira.
Yes.
So what is a sprint?
A sprint is a time period which is given by the scrum master or product owner. So within that is within one sprint, some releases will be there.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what is the timing of a sprint?
Here 15 days, and in my company it is 15 days, and within 15 days we are having uh, two releases.
Okay, so what are the different test levels?
Different test level.
Yeah.
Uh, that means testing, right?
Hmm.
That means testing, right? Test level.
The test level means what are the labels? Like first we have to implement from beginning. Like if any development it just happens, and after that which testing will be we are going to implement, and after that testing which other testings are we are going to implement. So
So first, as I told you, first we are doing smoke testing. If under the smoke testing, if everything is working fine, then we will move with the functional testing. After functional testing is done, then we are moving with the regression testing. After regression testing is done, then we are moving with the UAT testing. That is a different level of testing.
and what is risk based testing?
Mm, not able to recall.
And what is stress testing?
Stress testing will come as a performance testing, and here we are applying the load with the defined number of the user, or more than the defined number of the user, and to checking that main breakthrough of that application, and within that period of time, within defined number of period time, that application is responding or not.
Okay, and what is currency testing?
Okay, currency testing is here we are checking each and every country type of currency. So this comes under, I think, localization or interalization. Some testing is there. Not able to recall. So here under we are checking uh, every country currency, whatever mentioned in the requirement. Like if our application is using by 4 or 5 country, so with that current country, we are checking the currency, but if that currency functionality is working or not.
Okay, and what is spike testing?
Mm, spike test is also comes under the performance testing.
No, it comes under the load testing.
Yes, load testing. See, performance types of performance testing is like load testing, spike, bottleneck through, and then load, stress. Exactly, like definition, I don't know, but that basic I know. Okay, this will comes under performance.
Okay, so do you know what is API testing?
Yeah, basic I know about the API. API is like application programming interface. So with the help of some tools, we are doing the API testing like Postman REST assured. Getting that API and we are entering that API in the Postman tools, and we are having some method get put. So here in my company, I'm using Workbench. So in Workbench, we are hitting that API, whatever API they are providing, developer is providing. So we are just checking, validating the data.
Do you know what is
Yeah,
automation testing?
yeah, testing the software with the some automation tools is known as automation testing, and we are having several tools
What
like
are the tools?
Selenium, QTP, and then
So,
TestNG.
Are you have any
JUnit.
experience?
No, I'm learning now Selenium.
Okay, so you don't have any knowledge. Yeah, okay, thank you.